Congressman Heckler, 94 years old, in front of a Massey coal mine. It's one of the worst strip mines because this blasting where he is actually jeopardizing an incredible coal slurry impoundment that even according to Massey's own evacuation plans, that if this coal slurry impoundment broke, and think about what happened last December in the TVA, but if this coal slurry impoundment broke, 998 people would have 4 minutes to flee. And so Dr. Heckler was there with these protesters, and they had laid out 1,000 shoes to tell you that this is what we're up against. It's a life or death issue in many of these areas.
Rockefeller, Byrd.
Rockefeller and Byrd, and more importantly, Nick Rahall.
Rockefeller and Byrd are the senators Nick
from West Virginia,
the
and Nick
congressman.
Right, and who've all been entrenched there for decades. And it's very important to look at Congressman Rahall, who I think really sort of rules the roost on these coal issues, that even he said 2 months ago, we have 20 years of coal left. You know, we're running out of these seams. And even Nick Rahall said we have to look at green jobs. But in fact, it's Nick Rahall who's pushing the EPA to provide these permits. It's pushing the Obama administration to go through with mountaintop removal, to get these last crumbs. And it's shameful. It's absolutely shameful.
And in terms of the new appointees of the president, have any of them indicated that they're going to move in a different direction at all?
Right. You know, I greatly admire President Obama, and Lisa Jackson, I think, is doing an amazing job at the EPA. And Ken Salazar, of course, came in with the Department of Interior and immediately announced that they were going to rescind a Bush manipulation of a 1983 stream buffer zone. But the truth is, they're searching for some kind of compromise. Can't we find a consensus on this? Can't we work this out? Can we just have stricter enforcements? And I think, as Representative Heckler pointed out, you just simply can't compromise on these things, that it easily must be stopped. It's one of these situations that it's an absolute violation of our human rights and the environmental movement down there, and that you have to go through and stop this. And I think they really need to get beyond this idea that they can regulate this. It has to be abolished.
We want to thank you very much for being with us. Jeff Biggers, where is the event tonight here in New York, the New York Loves Mountains Festival?
Sure, it's this amazing theater production, Light Comes. It's the first theater production in the country to deal with mountaintop removal and New York's connection with Thomas Edison, of course, in the first coal-fired plant. It'll be at the Koltoff Center at 8 p.m. It'll be beginning at 7 p.m. with a wonderful concert by the celloist Ben Solé.
Well, we will link to it at our website at democracynow.org. Jeff Biggers has been covering mining in the Appalachian region. He's the author of the United States of Appalachia. And your forthcoming book, again, is called?
It's called Reckoning at Eagle Creek, The Secret Legacy of Coal in the Heartland.
Look forward to reading it. Jeff Biggers with us here in New York. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. Our break is from the Power Shift Conference. Stay with us.
10 tons of steel just rust into the ground, bearing witness to the struggle of another mountain town. Cars roll by, but it doesn't stop one.